Odell, who was a garbage man's son, provided me with a small discarded plastic flashlight to use as the body of the rocket. I emptied its batteries and punched a hole in its base with a nail. I cracked open my cherry bombs left over from the 4th of July and poured the powder from them into the flashlight and then wrapped it all up in electrical tape. You can kind of tell where this is going on. I took one of the cherry bomb fuses, stuck it in the hole, and then glued the entire apparatus inside the fuselage of a D-wing plastic model airplane. I recall it was an F-100 Super Sabre. Since Sherman, who had polio and couldn't run very fast, and also because it was his idea, he was placed in charge of a countdown, a position that allowed him to stand back. Roy Lee was to bring the matches. Odell was to strike the match and hand it to me. I'd light the fuse and make a run for it. Everybody had something to do. When night came, we balanced our rocket looking wicked and sleek on top of my mother's rose garden fence. The fence was a source of some pride and satisfaction to my mom. It had taken 6 months of her reminding Dad before he finally sent the company carpenter down from the mine to build it. The night was cold and clear, all the better we thought for us to track our rocket as it streaked across the dark, starry sky. We waited until some coal cars rumbled past, and then I lit the fuse and ran back to the grass at the edge of the rose bushes. Odell smacked his hand over his mouth to smother his excited giggle. Sparkles of fire dribbled out of the fuse. Sherman was counting backward from 10. We waited expectantly, and then Sherman reached 0 and yelled, "Blast off!" just as the cherry bomb powder detonated. There was an eyewitness. A coal miner waiting for a ride at the gas station across the street. For the edification of the Coalwood fence gossipers, he would later describe what he had seen. There was, he reported, a huge flash in the Hickham's yard and a sound like God himself, and clapped his hands. Then an arc of fire lifted up and up into the darkness, turning and cartwheeling and spewing bright sparks. The way the man told it, our rocket was a beautiful and glorious sight. And I guess he was right as far as it went. The only problem was, it wasn't our rocket that streaked into that dark, starry, cold, clear night. It was my mother's rose garden fence. Well, every dog in the valley started barking, of course. All the back porch lights came on. Everybody came out. They were pretty sure the Russians had actually lost the nuke. My dad walked out. Well, it was easy to see me, and I was by myself.